Rodgers buying time. Going to his right, directing traffic. Throws, and it is hauled in for the touchdown by Jonnu Smith. Flacco lost one. Chase makes this catch. Touchdown. Quick throw. Higgins inside the 10. Higgins in the end zone. And a Cincinnati lead. Rodgers has time. Throws. Caught. Touchdown. Pat Freiermuth. Bengals up by 3, trying to extend the lead, and the pass is caught for the touchdown. Noah Fant, the tight end. Second and goal, comes in a tight formation. Play fake, Rodgers throws, and that's hauled in by the big man Washington. That didn't take long. Rodgers avoids the sack. Deep downfield, caught at the 35-yard line, and going all the way to the end zone is Freiermuth. Pat Freiermuth, 68 yards.
Apparently there was helmet contact, so you can't take it off. Mike Pereira is going to be joining us throughout the day for the end zone. It's a touchdown grab by Note Mumfield. Quick throw for Adams. Touchdown, Rams. Davante Adams gets the feet down. And it's a 13-0 game here in Wembley. Stafford fakes it to Adams. Touchdown. Flag is down. And Stafford's going to throw for it. And he's got himself a receiver. And it is a touchdown. Terrence Ferguson, the second rookie to catch a touchdown pass from Stafford today. Lawrence looking for Hunter. Flag down. Touchdown. Travis Hunter.
All right, well, maybe this is it.
Oh, Blake Corum's behind Stafford, and he's throwing for it, and it's Adams. And we have history. Davante Adams' third touchdown reception of the day, and Matthew Stafford sets an international series record with his 5th touchdown throw here in Wembley.
Play clock at 1. Ward taking a deep shot. DK is down there. DK, touchdown! His first NFL touchdown. 3rd and goal for New England. May, end zone. Hooper! Touchdown! Austin Hooper, the former Titan, with his first touchdown of the season.
Trying to recover down here at the bottom. We're going to look at Snead. He's right here. He's looking at Hooper. He loses track of him in this zone, tries to catch up. He has a last shot mentality. He wants to make sure they end this half with the ball.
May taking a deep shot down the field. Booty is down there. Touchdown! What a catch! Kayshon Boutte. 1st and goal for New England. Ramondre Stevenson walks it in for a touchdown. Fascinating drive by the Patriots. You saw a little bit of everything there. And New England adds to its lead.
I was on Broadway. I didn't get to check those out.
They weren't flashing the scores down there.
Ward lost the football. Scooped up by Chason. And it's a touchdown. There is a flag down. But K'Lavon Chason in the end zone with the football.
Young, can he find anybody? Yes, he can. Touchdown, Xavier Legette. of patience. Bryce Young with a little bit of a flip between traffic till he got
8 back in coverage this time for Minnesota. Hurts pointing, throwing, trying to find a loose man. It's A.J. Brown. He's in. Touchdown Eagles on the opening drive. Motion Addison. Blitz coming. Wentz hit as he throws, picked off. Intercepted. There goes Jalix Hunt. House call Philadelphia. His first NFL pick leads to his first touchdown. It is Brett Toth at center with Juergens dealing with an injury. Deep drop for Hurts, trying to find something downfield. And it's Devontae Smith. He's loose. He's got it. He is gone. Touchdown Eagles. Lightning strike to Devontae Smith.
Remember, he's got to come set. He does.
Wildcat snap. It is Mason to the left. Can he win the race there? He looked to be short.
Yeah, trying to play off the Detroit Lions game from the other night against Kansas City. Take a look. Oh, it's really close. All you young running backs, though, at home.
After replay assistance, ruling on the field is a touchdown.
Wow. Oh, he broke the plane. 5 on the pressure. Hurts throws down the seam. A.J. Brown touchdown. His second of the day.
And they bring it back around. And they toss it to him. It's Rice cutting through, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown. We do have a flag down. A flag back at the line of scrimmage. Keep that one. Mahomes down the middle, and he's got him. Hollywood for the touchdown. But you have no timeouts.
I would act. You have to throw it.
He looks left, throws left, and it is caught by Rice for his second touchdown of the game. By the way, you saw Worthy shaken up on the sideline as Pacheco races. Oh, we got a flag in the end zone, but it's a touchdown for the moment by Pacheco.
And to me, that's the story of the Dolphins' defense so far today, is mistakes.
Judkins unleashed. Judkins, touchdown.
Just trying to pound that Miami defense. Whoa.
For a little bit of a bobble, Judkins gets it back. Judkins spins his way in for the Cleveland touchdown. As Miami begins with possession, down 11 from their 30. That one is picked. Campbell, and he will waltz in for the pick six on the first play of the second half. Rayshawn Jenkins, Wildcat formation here with Judkins. Jenkins' first pick with Cleveland. Judkins bangs it in. Touchdown number 3 for the rookie.
from the eye. Swift, cut back, hops into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Monangai to the end zone, and there's his first NFL touchdown. 2nd and 10. Looked like movement early on the right side as he throws to the end zone, and it's Olave leaping high for 6. As time floating for the end zone for Olave, and he hangs on for a Saints touchdown.
Steps in that spot. They rotate up front. On a handoff for Taylor. Big hole. Taylor is gone. Touchdown, Colts. They just cruise down the field, and it's capped off by a 23-yard rip. A lot of motion up front. Fake the handoff. Jones, a little flip. He's wide open. Pittman is in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From the gun. Jones fires. End zone. Touchdown, Tyler Warren. The Colts can do no wrong. Herbert, fake the handoff. Dials it up. End zone. Touchdown. A strike to Johnston. Daniel Jones. Taylor sets up as a receiver. Now they do a jet sweep to Taylor. Taylor, zigzag move! Taylor works in for the touchdown! Fake the handoff. Herbert out of the pocket. Avoids the sack, throws for the touchdown! A low pass is handled for the score. Jones seems to think that Steichen won. Steichen wouldn't give it up. It's a good coach right there. It's Taylor on the acceleration. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Rushes on. Herbert steps up. Herbert throwing on the move. Catch, turn, touchdown. Justin Herbert delivers to Gadsden. And the Chargers remain alive.
Tracy the back. Good cup. Now here he goes, winding up, going. He's got him! Touchdown! Bellinger! Holy smokes, he was wide open. 44-yard touchdown strike. And the Giants are on the board first in Denver. Dart, Thomas the block. Off to the running back, Scatterboo. There was a block inside. He's going to stiff arm his way in. Touchdown, Giants. Scatterboo with a catch and run. 13 yards.
Third down coming into this. Denver's defense is #1 in the NFL on third down defense.
Tracy, a big hole. Galloping. Touchdown. Touchdown, Giants. A burst of 31 yards. A stunning display, and the Giants have gone up now by a count of 19-0. Ready. Dobbins a block to the end zone, deflected, and did Franklin get it on the ricochet? Touchdown, Denver on the deflected ball.
Defensive play knocking it away from Sutton right at the goal line. He's going to 14. The ball's batted up in the air. Great.
Scatterboo the back, 3rd and 17. And he'll cut a pass, caught on the ricochet. It's grabbed here by the galloping Johnson. He'll be chased to the play by Barron. Did he get in? He did. Touchdown!
Well, just like we saw a second ago when Franklin got the ricochet off of the Sutton at the goal line, and he was able to finish the play.
Johnson. 2nd down and goal. Fake handoff. Here comes Nix in pursuit. Thibodeau getting a block. And he'll get inside the pylon. That is a touchdown. Harvey the back. Nix chased by Thibodeau. Backpedaling. Touchdown. Harvey. And the Broncos are back in business. And cash in on the interception of Dart. Nix will take it himself on 1st and 10. Blocked by Bowles. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos have their first lead today. 1st and goal. Dart will run it himself and dives.
They're saying he's
Short inside the 1.
So New York calls the timeout. They can't challenge it. His contact
is under further review.
That looks like a touchdown.
It looks like a touchdown is right.
1st and goal it is with Williams the back. Give it to Javonte Williams. Up the cut and touchdown, Dallas. 3rd and goal. Daniels looking, throwing, caught, touchdown, Zach Ertz. Get it for the 4th time. Prescott, a lot of time, airs it out deep down the field. CeeDee Lamb breaks the tackle, no one home. Touchdown, Dallas. So 1st and goal for the Commanders. Prosky Merritt back in the game at running back after the big play from Nichols. Daniels going to keep it, and he is in for the touchdown.
Can't run it. These have to be throws at this point.
He will throw. Prescott throws over the middle. It is caught. 30 Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas.
They don't want to get a chance to review that one.
Fake to Williams. Prescott throws it out to Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas. Play clock at 1. They get it off. Blitz is coming. Mariota in trouble. Being ripped away. Stays alive. Throws it in the front. And picked off. Guess who? Deron Bland. One man to beat. Pick 6. Jumbo formation. Chris Rodriguez in the game. Give it to Rodriguez. Stutter step. Leading to the end zone. Is he in? Let's see if it was.
Yeah, outstretched arm.
Out. He's okay.
There's nothing there. Yeah, that is super tight. You slide a credit card underneath that knee on that right side. It's not there.
There's Brissett on 3rd down. He throws, end zone, touchdown. Just as you drew it up, Jonathan Velma, it's the tight end, Draymond Bryant. One of their top defensive players. 1st and goal from the 7. Inside the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown, Josh Jacobs.
That you would want from a fatherly figure, a grandfather figure from Bill Parcells.
Huge influence on Brissett. It's McBride, makes the catch, spins it to the end zone for his 2nd touchdown today. Jacobs shifts to the right side of Love, who fakes the handoff to Jacobs, and now throws, and it's taken in for a touchdown by Kraft. Hands it off to Jacobs, and he is in for a Packers touchdown, his 2nd today.
Falcons call the timeout. 1st and goal from the 1. McCaffrey inside, into the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Falcons team next to Penix and protecting. Robinson, edge, 1st down. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Atlanta. Oh, the speed and power of Robinson for 6. The best running back here, probably McCaffrey, who's going to get the gifts. They close it out. And here he is on the run. Inside. Pushing the pile to the goal line. In for the touchdown. Have a day, have a night. CMC.
Goff over the middle. He's got St. Brown, and he's got a touchdown.
Glad I'm not a DB.
Right up the gut, there goes Gibbs. Foot race. Winfield can't get there. Touchdown, Lions.
What a game he's putting together. Well, watch Tay Radledge and Penei Sewell, the right guard and right tackle. I mean, Penei Sewell, he just moves people in the run game. And also, now they bring in Sean Tucker in the backfield. He's got a lot of speed, too.
2nd and 8. Tez Johnson, he's got plenty of speed. Gets a block, hops toward the end zone. Spinning touchdown.
He's out there as well. But at the end of this play, number 81, Ryan Miller, he makes the key block that allows Tez.
1st and goal from the 5. Why not? Gibbs again. Spinning touchdown.
6 offensive linemen in this 1st and goal. Charbonnet's the back. The middle was clogged. It stutter step, and now he tries to drive his way into the end zone with some help. Touchdown! Now they have to recover from the penalty. You go down 2 scores. The way the offense is playing in this environment could be trouble. And right for the end zone, and scoring, and dunking is Jackson Smith-Njigba.
They have just got to find a way to get off the field.
It's been hard for this pass rush to get at Darnold. This time he's got plenty of time, runs out of it, loses the ball. It's a scramble, and it's recovered in the end zone. Touchdown, Texans on the takeaway. It's Will Anderson. My goodness, that might have just turned this game on a dime. Running behind a heavy formation and just walking into the end zone. And Seattle builds this lead. Here we go again. 3rd and goal. Stroud has plenty of time, hesitates. Still trying to find somebody. Backpedals, delivers a low throw, and it's caught. Touchdown.